Objection! You didn't know when it was gonna happen.
Nope. You got me that time.
It's Trials and Tribulations, episode
13.
13. This is the second part of a single day of trial, which is one of the longest days in court. I think one of the longest sessions in court in the history of the game, because there is no investigating outside of this case, and yet the case is still quite long. Let's do this. Now then, let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Falls. Witness, are you feeling better?
I totally am even.
Oh yeah, you were all...
Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best.
You're a brave young lady. Not this again. I can understand a defense lawyer wanting to get her client off the hook. However, to try to pin a crime on an innocent student is... What are you talking about?
I was wondering if you'd forget about that.
My witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime, that's all. Yeah, but everybody who ever gets tried in this courtroom or is put on the stand ends up being guilty, so... Fuck. Oh wait, this is back in time.
Yeah.
That's why nobody realizes that yet. What possible reason would a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman? It's certainly hard to imagine this woman as a murderer. Her mother, huh? I figured that's what I had to establish next. Well, Miss Faye, do you have any evidence of a motive? I'm gonna allow you to paint the fucking witness as a murderer.
Yeah.
Yes, of course, I think. Because when did it started earlier as like, I want to let you offend the delicate sensibilities of this young witness to, okay, if she's a murderer, tell me how.
Well, yes.
You're still acting as tame as a kitten. You sexist motherfucker. Mr. Armando. Listen, a lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Is that the definition? What? Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisting in knots is the mark of a pro. Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that.
But his guts are twisted on the inside.
I think there's something else that's getting riled up on his insides there.
Oh,
his dick. Because of her boobs.
Oh, I thought he was gay.
Say your line.
Excuse me, may I speak, Judge? Is that her voice? It's everyone's voice.
It's not that small.
Excuse me.
Yeah, okay. It's
like
sing-song sweet. Because she's putting it on.
Oh, right. She's putting it on.
Of course. Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like.
I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why. I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true.
I see. You're such an honest and upstanding young lady. It looks like this witness is a real professional. What do you mean? Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are darkest for her, click, she lights right up. Very well then, let's hear what the witness has to say. This is her third testimony? Melissa Foster's history.
I was out of the country until the year before last. Until I entered college, I had never even been to Eagle Mountain before. I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago. Or kidnapping a poor girl. I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster.
Out of the country, eh? Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder. Indeed. You're up to bat, kitten. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile. Yeah, you bet.
That's a fucking sharp outfit
Sure is.
that Armando's wearing.
Pinstripe fucking suit is such a cop-out, though.
What?
It's too
No, looks
easy.
good.
Everybody looks sharp in that.
Is that why you went with this bright blue?
Yup.
You
Somehow,
wanted to make a statement.
I have to tie her to this case. Alright, let's go through these. I was out of the
We
country
can't fuck up, yo.
till a year before last. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that sucks. Hold it! So, what country were you living in, Dad?
Canada. We were all living abroad, but after my parents were killed,
It was a brutal civil war. She had to make her way back home alone. What?
I lost everything. I didn't even have any personal identification.
Who the fuck, where the fuck is she supposed to have been in with a civil war? I don't get it.
I don't know.
What kind of sob story is this? What do I do? Should I press her for details? Yeah. Witness, answer my question. I'll even repeat it for you. What country were you in? What the fuck? Your Honor, this line of questioning is childish. What country she was in and how many languages she may speak are irrelevant here. What we are here to evaluate is whether this witness has any connection to this case.
I've lived abroad ever since I was a little girl. That's why I could never have known Mr. Falls or Detective Hawthorne.
Yes, I think we've established that point. Yes, indeed. Well then, shall we add what you've just stated in your official testimony?
Yes, please, Mr. Judge.
Alright, so if I go back now, there it is.
It was a country until
They've
the year
changed
before
it.
last.
So, what?
Huh.
What was added then, if that didn't change? Did this get added? No.
No.
Weird. Because he said, whenever they say, like, add
Yeah,
something to the
usually
testimony, usually there's a little extra sentence added.
The second one was added?
I don't... Alright,
Before she said,
Maybe.
I couldn't have known
I guess. So she says she
Terry
didn't know...
Falls or Detective Hawthorne. It's just worded differently?
I guess. You didn't know either person? Are you certain of that?
Yes. I'm afraid I'm rather shy around new people, or people in general.
Oh well, that can't be helped. Why is he just agreeing with everything that comes out of her mouth? The first time you saw either of them was when they were on the bridge, correct?
Yes. It really was a coincidence.
Till I entered college, never, ever even been to Eagle Mountain. You fucking lying. So, what made you decide to go to Eagle Mountain anyway?
I just love being outdoors. Picnics, hiking, that sort of thing.
You don't look like much of a hiker to me, but you look like a digger of sorts. I don't know what are you getting at, Mia?
She's a gold digger, man.
I don't see how she draws that conclusion.
Because she's all, like, prettied up and shit.
That makes it seem as though Mia is completely convinced at this point that Melissa was involved in the diamond stealing.
She is.
Is she completely
Yeah.
believing her client on that?
Yeah.
And that this was definitely her? Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I can't remember exactly how that exchange went. I was so preoccupied with another controversial topic. But Eagle Mountain is a 2-hour drive from here, and no trains run through that. I read that really differently, Gaminator. I just looked down, saw dirty and diggers next to each other, and I read it backwards with a different consonant. I didn't know why it pertained. There are plenty of mountains that are closer and easier to get to.
Well, I went there once with the college hiking club. I fell in love with its stark, desolate beauty and its cold yet romantic gloominess.
Didn't know you're such a goth. Yeah. By the way, what's the name of your college? What the fuck?
The prosecution objects to any questions that involve the witness's private life. All that matters is that she is a material witness to a crime. The witness doesn't need to respond with questions that are clearly malicious in intent.
Thank you. She's really gone too far.
Miss V, you're treading on thin ice here. I hardly said anything. Talk about sensitive. As she bites her lower lip.
And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer.
How about your evil?
I don't think that would hold up in court.
Yeah, well, I mean, magic does, so why not? Yeah, wait. Magic has straight up held up in this court. So,
Yeah?
multiple instances of it. And the Mega Tomahawk is apparently also admissible. Perhaps, but your behavior on that day was very suspicious. Not only have you contradicted yourself here in court, but you know things that you shouldn't. For example, the scratches on the trunk of the car.
Unfortunately, Miss Fay, your last statement proves nothing.
Oh, really? And why is that?
The witness came to the police station once to identify the suspect. It's entirely possible that at that time an officer showed her this photo.
Which is how almost everything brought up in a Phoenix Wright game can be explained. Which
Yeah.
is every time, like, something's like, you know, all that Edgeworth has to say to this is it's possible she overheard something. Or it's possible the
That is
witness
true.
heard through the doors of the court before she came in, or something like that. And in this case, here's his defense. But there's so many other instances where he doesn't use that defense.
Yeah, I was
Where he
just gonna
could
say
and
that.
he doesn't. And it doesn't make sense when he doesn't. Anyways. You know what, from now on,
Yep.
I'm gonna try to get through the shows faster just by doing this.
Yeah.
When I want to rant about Phoenix Wright. By the end, my hand's gonna be bleeding.
Yeah. But you love this game.
Yeah. That seems like a rather serious mistake. That's the oldest trick in the prosecutor's book. Then why'd he stop using it? But that's not fair.
What the fuck? I didn't even touch it.
When did that start? Is
Just
it fixed
now.
yet?
Motherfucker. Mike.
back. It's back.
Thank you for letting me know.
It's going in and out.
Is it still going in and out?
It's okay now, they said.
Okay.
Alright. A grudge?
Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death.
Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such a deep anger against her. So much anger that he forgot his own guilt.
That's not her voice.
So weird, eh?
My client has always maintained that he's innocent of those charges.
Rather forgetful. Your client said
Da-
not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot about the poor policewoman as well.
Alright guys, I guess I'm gonna stop the stream and try to fix this. We'll be right back. Alright, I hope we fixed it. Alright, go ahead.
Not
do
only
that.
did he forget about what he did, he forgot about the poor policewoman as well.
What do you mean by that?
Your client. He forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well.
Well, she's right about that. Mr. Falls kind of is forgetful. What the fuck? That isn't... You said he forgot what the detective looked like? What do you mean by that?
Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some sort of identification, right?
Quite right! That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification.
Why, if I had been wearing a white scarf that day, then he probably would have tried to kill me.
That's true. He's clearly a bitter man. This is bad. Mr. Fall's reputation keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's best not to poke too deep. What should I do with that last statement? I don't know. I'm just gonna keep on saving. Here he goes.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
As long as it's not having something removed. Your Honor, what the witness said just now is tremendously important. I'd like to have it added to the testimony.
The prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer and a mentally unbalanced one at that. That testimony only helps to further prove that point.
No, that's not what I'm. Ah, fuck. Enough, witness, if you would.
My pleasure, Mr. Judge. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf.
So this will be what we contradict then. We finally got white scarf in a testimony. And
How would she know?
how does she even fucking know about it?
Yeah.
In general.
I was
Once
trying
again-
to figure out if she had heard it earlier.
Please tell me that we won't see Edgeworth not use his patented defense again, though. Like, he just used it. He could use it again right to this and say, I mentioned a white scarf to her just moments ago. Sorry about that. Oops. I'm always leaking.
There you go.
You know what I need to get? How? Is a soother. And I could just suck on a soother for a bit and...
Whenever I had my teeth out, I was thinking about getting a soother with a big smile on it. Because I couldn't smile. But that's normally what my face would have looked like. A gummy bone.
What do you mean by lucky?
Well, it's February now. Everyone's wearing scarves.
You
If I had accidentally worn a white scarf like he said,
Then you would yourself might have been killed.
That would have been a terrible loss for this world.
It looks like you pressed too hard this time, kitten.
Mr. Amanda!
Keep looking around you and see if you lose sight of whatever. Justice is blind, but she is not deaf. Sometimes you have to know when to not talk.
Wait.
kidnapping a poor girl, I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster.
You know about that incident? But weren't you out of the country until the last time? Before last?
Well, I saw a report about the escape convict on the news. They had an in-depth report about his whole story.
So, you were still living abroad 5 years ago, is that right?
Yes.
I can't let her get away from these lies.
Listen to me. She's neck deep in this whole thing. Somehow you're just going to have to get her to show the court her true self.
Fine. So, could we present the blue scarf?
No. Oh no. No. The note. This
Confidential
one's
police
hard.
materials, it says. Written by the
Okay.
victim. It says confidential. Meaning that nobody should have seen this.
Yeah.
The white scarf wasn't brought up in court. She witnessed her wear a white scarf. But, okay, the thing is, she shouldn't know that the white scarf was the form of identification.
Yeah, right?
She saw a woman wearing a white scarf, it doesn't... Yeah, I'm gonna show the fucking... I'm gonna say it first.
Good
But
call.
The fact is...
That's what I think it is.
And it specifically says in the evidence, confidential note.
Yeah.
Meaning that... Why would they say that? Because she wasn't here for that when it was presented, I'm pretty damn sure.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to remember, but...
We'll take a break.
Whoa.
Nah, fuck it.
Objection! Objection! Objection!
Objection! It's true, Mr. Falls did give instructions to Fowler Hawthorne about the matter. The note that she left said, wear a white scarf for identification. Yes, what about it? What about it? Isn't it obvious? Doesn't it strike you as odd? That note and the secret piece of evidence, how is it that the witness knows about it? Ha! Gotcha, fucker. Order, order. It is odd, isn't it? Are you clairvoyant? Oh, you've got so many talents. Did you show the top secret evidence to the witness? Your Honor, I certainly never gave anyone permission to do such a thing. In that case, the only way the witness could know about it is...
Just a minute! Of course I didn't know about the note. It's just, I saw what had happened with my own eyes.
It doesn't matter if you saw her wearing a scarf.
When the victim went to see the killer, she used her own scarf to signal him.
What do you mean
She
signal?
did. She went like this. That's why I assumed that the signal was a white scarf.
I suppose that makes sense. It does not make sense. Come on, Mia. You can't let her weasel her way out that easily. No, let the fridge out. Witness, sorry, but your explanation isn't gonna work here. And then Edgeworth just goes, yes, it is. And then...
But why? It's true. That's what I said.
Impossible. There's no way it could have seen the victim use a white scarf to signal him because it's fucking blue, you dumb bitch. You said several times in your testimony that the victim was wearing a scarf. A white scarf, correct?
Yes. Is something wrong?
That's what I'd like to know, Miss Foster. Take a look at this. It's the victim's scarf. I'm sure people would disagree about the color, however, it's certainly not white. You know what the fucking note said. She knew the contents of the note. No! It says, wear a white scarf for identification. Yeah, exactly, Faith. That's all she has to say right now is say, oh, it's kind of a light blue and I thought it was just foggy out. That's all she has to say and she's out. She's out of this mess. That's what the reason you said it was white. Well, Miss Foster! When we come back, we'll see how she's gonna get out of this one. Probably the trickiest corner anyone's ever been painted into in the court.